Hey, so I've read all the comics that I received this week, so I'll review them. Okay. Yes, I've had two, three glasses of rum, so we'll see how it goes. Anyway, it's only six comics, so these are the comics. So the first one is one that I'd read, which I mentioned on my last video, Superman 10. Gorgeous, gorgeous cover, quite hunky. um, so, written by Joshua Williamson as normal, but it's got artwork by Bruno Redondo and Cade Felipe. And it's gorgeous artwork as you would expect from Bruno. So, I can't actually discern where Bruno starts and Cade Felipe ends. I don't know if he inks his artwork or what, but it's really nice artwork. And I raved over the last issue, and this carries on. Really fun, weird Western story. So basically, time travelers going back to the Wild West. Yeah, it's a fun action comic. It just ticks all the boxes of really fun, pure escapism. Um, yeah, it's just as good as issue 9, and I would give this again 10 out, oh, well, I gave issue 9 11 out of 10, but I'll give this one a bit more realistic. It's 10 out of 10 easily. It's just perfect. Great art, great story. It's one of the most fun comics on the stands at the moment. So yeah, even though it is $4.99, if you pay for the quality of this caliber, I actually don't mind. So yeah, the only thing I don't like, DC's gone with the glossy paper route. I actually like the matte paper better, but hey ho, what am I going to do? Nothing. And then one that came out last week, but I forgot to order it, so I ordered it this week, and that's the Sandman #4 by Robert Venditti and Riley Rossmo. Run makes me forget. Gorgeous, gorgeous cover. Could be the cover of the week. Yeah, carrying on with the hype. The splash pages are just amazing. It's just showing the effects of the fear of the Sandman's mist on Wesley Dodds because he inhaled it last issue. Riley Rossmo's best artwork he's ever done. He's made for pulp noir kind of stories and really solid storytelling by Robert Venditti, but the artwork is the selling point. It is just gorgeous. So story I'd give 8 out of 10. Artwork again I would give 10 out of 10. So round it down, 9 out of 10 for the whole comic. Really, really fun. If you've been not buying this, I do recommend hunting it down, but I think it is quite hard to get hold of. So maybe wait for the graphic novel when it comes out, or just read it on the DC app, the DC Unlimited app. So yeah, another strong comic from DC. And then we move on to the independents. So we'll move on to Conan #6. As I mentioned on the last video, for some reason Conan comes out in the UK a week later than in America. I don't know why, because Tyson's an English company, but there we go. Lovely cover by Jay Lee. The artwork is by a really solid artist, Doug Braithwaite, who I followed from 2000 AD to Valiant, and they did Punisher and things like that as well. Completely different in style to the previous story arc artwork. It was more like a tip of the hat to John Buscema. This is more like the art you'd see in Dark Horse. Really good, clear artwork. In some aspects, I actually prefer it. I don't think the other artists would have worked on this story. Doug Braithwaite really works well with this kind of story. It's a heist that kind of goes wrong a bit, and then supernatural elements come into it as well, bit of possession and things like that. Yeah, it's great, and I'm actually pleased because Jim Zub has cut down a bit on the. He's in the previous story arc. He had loads of boxes of dialogue, which I found was a bit overkill. I know it's like a tribute to the old Conan comics of 70s, but it has calmed down a bit now, and the story flows a bit because, again, like I said before, with some other comics, let the artwork tell some of the story, and this does it a lot better. So I give this a solid 8 out of 10 for art and story. And then we move on to Phantom Road number 8. This is by Jeff Lemire and Gabriel H. Walter, colours by Jody Belair. Love that cover. It's very, very Twin Peaksy. It's Twilight Zone meets Twin Peaks. Lovely atmospheric art. The colouring is perfect in it. But it's very slow. It's a very, very slow burn comic. So if you're not into that type of thing, so I think you might be best ways for the trade paperbacks. I think the trade paperbacks come out of the first 5 issues. But I really enjoy it. It's like a nice change of pace from the bombastic superhero comics of DC and Marvel. And it has, even though it's a lot of it is just talking heads this time, it doesn't feel like it, and it's got a really good reveal on the last few pages, which I won't go into if you're reading it. It's very much like the glowing suitcase in Pulp Fiction, but it is a good reveal, so I'm interested to see what number 9 brings about. Yeah, it's quite a unique comic. 8 out of 10. And then we have great cardstock cover. Kill Your Darlings number 5. I've been raving over this comic since it started. And yeah, great, fantastic. I kind of like this cover. The only thing I'm concerned about, apparently stopping in with issue 8, I think it is, with the April release. And there seems to be a lot of stories still to be told for only 3 issues, unless they're doing like volume 1, volume 2, etc. So, because this issue, which has the same nice clean artwork, is another detour. It goes more into the history, but travels further back in the past. It has some shocks in it, but it's a whole flashback issue, and I'm thinking they've only got 3 issues to resolve this, and there's already a hell of a lot of stuff what they've already packed into the story. How are they going to resolve it all in just 3 issues? So I don't know, but I love this comic. So 8.5 out of 10, but I'd say 7 out of 10 if it doesn't get resolved. Okay, so yeah, I do recommend checking it out. And then finally, and sadly, issue number 6. I do apologise. Of the Enfield Gang Massacre, which is a spin-off series from That Texas Blood. It's just a stone cold western, revenge western, with beautiful, beautiful, beautiful artwork by Jacob Phillips, with wonderful colouring as well by him. And it's on this really nice old school paper. I can't really show you many pages because it gives a lot of the story away, but the colour palette what he uses, he's just so good for such a young artist. He's so good at choosing the right colours to match with his artwork. I just like the whole packaging with the whole fake adverts as well. I'm so sad this is finished, and apparently it's a one and done. There's not going to be another series. They're going to move on to the more modern-ish. Still be set in the past, like Fargo, and that Texas Blood with the next comic. But it's been a hell of a ride. 10 out of 10 for each issue. It's been a perfect series. If you've not been buying it, and I don't think enough people have been buying it, do get the trade paperback. You will it stands out head and shoulders from a lot of the comics. And while the ending, it had to end the way it did end, but I wish it hadn't. I wish there could be more stories to tell. But it's a very final ending, that's all I will say. Yeah, perfect. 10 out of 10. Great story writing by Chris Condon, gorgeous artwork by Jacob Phillips. We need more Western comics. We need more comics that stretch the genre like Conan does, like Enfield Gang Massacre does, where it's not just superheroes. It's not just action spy thrillers or whatever. That's what makes this refreshing as well, and it's just got gorgeous artwork. So that's it. So as I said, my next video hopefully will be the new releases coming out in April from DC, Image and Marvel. Marvel's not released theirs yet, so I might do DC and Image tomorrow. It all depends what I've got, what other things I've got to do in my personal life. But there we go. That's it for today, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Bye bye.